Hey friends, if you've been feeling tired or sluggish or like your workouts just aren't working anymore, you are not alone. In this episode, I'm going to be speaking especially to women over 40 and beyond who want to feel strong without getting wiped out from workouts. So today I'm going to be talking about things like strength training, daily movement, things like yoga and mindset that all make a difference when it comes to our physical health. Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michele, mama 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. So when we get over 40, our hormones in our bodies start to shift. And so what our body needs start to change, especially when it comes to exercise and of course, nutrition. But today I'm really going to focus on this exercise piece. So maybe what worked for you in your 20s, like a boot camp style workout, hours of cardio, running, may now leave you anxious, tired, inflamed, or the thought of doing that prevents you from even getting started. And we don't have to do those super hardcore workouts to still get results and still see the benefit of working out and movement and exercise in our body. So especially when we're getting over 40, we just really need to take a smarter approach when it comes to exercise. We also want to prevent injuries, so we really need to make sure that we're working out correctly. And that is definitely one of my areas of expertise. So first I want to talk about strength training. So strength training is when we are building muscle. And we really want to key in on this as we are aging. So whether you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, we need to focus on building muscle. It does get a little bit harder as we're getting older, but the alternative is that we keep losing muscle mass and then we become frail, our bone strength isn't good, we're more at risk for falling and injuries. So when we're doing strength training, we're feeling those muscles burn. Because when you feel that muscle burn, that means that we are straining that muscle and there's things metabolically happening, but it's sort of like a cue to our body like, hey, we need to keep this strong and we need to get this stronger. So we can do strength training at home, which is how I do it and most of my clients, because I had found for me that going to the gym was actually a barrier. It took so much more time than if I just have some weights at home. So you can use weights at home, you can use bands, you can also just use your own body weight. So you don't need to go to the gym for an hour a day, 3 days a week, and just focus on strength training. You can start to work out at home in shorter chunks. And typically when I work out and when I have workouts designed for my clients, it's typically 30 minutes or less when it comes to strength training. So we don't have to have super long sessions to get that strength training benefit. And when we start doing this strength training, we start to boost our metabolism. That means we're going to burn more calories. We protect our bone health, so we're not getting fractures as we're getting older. And there's also other things that go into that on a hormonal level too. When we strength train, we just improve our mood. So many people say, I just feel better, I feel good. And it helps you feel like capable and strong. Like I love being able to know that I can like pick something up or move it because I am strong and because I work out. So a few years ago, I started working on my pull-ups. I had this goal that I wanted to learn how to do a pull-up by the time I was 40. So I'm starting at 0. I could like just hang on the bar, and hanging on the bar was hard. And honestly, it still is. And progress was really slow. That wasn't too slow because I had been doing strength training for a while, could do push-ups, and had a good amount of base strength. So in 1 month, I was able to do my first pull-up and then slowly been able to increase it from there. And I've gone in phases where I work on my pull-ups and then I sort of take a break and I do, just other strength training and come back to it. But I've been working on my pull-ups back in a good routine consistently for, I'm not sure, like maybe 5. I don't know if it's quite 6 months. And so now I'm up to 5 pull-ups. But let me tell you, between 4 and 5, 3 and 4, like the progress is so slow. And there's even sometimes where like maybe I could do 5 and then like the next day I'm at like 4. And so it is definitely not something to do if you like to see the steady progress and keep increasing. But I do enjoy doing them because I feel strong. I know that it's a very heavy lift. You know, if you're only doing something 4 or 5, 1 rep, it's a very good strength training move if you can do it with good form and breathe. So I say that because whatever you're working on, it just takes time. Things are not going to happen fast. So when it comes with strength training, we have to stay consistent for the long haul. And as we're talking about strength training, especially when it comes to weight loss and just feeling good, we need to have a lot of movement. So we want a little bit of that exercise, a little bit of the strength training, and we want a lot of movement. And this is our steps, our walking, whatever that may be for you. Maybe that is 7,000 steps, maybe it's 10,000. But the more movement we can get in, the more we're going to boost our metabolism and burn more calories. So walking can also lower cortisol. It supports fat loss. It can boost energy. I remember hearing a story from someone that all she did to start losing weight was she just started walking every day. And then, of course, and she was losing weight just from that. And of course, after she did change her eating and some other habits too. But walking can be so powerful. So you could think like, how can I get more steps in? Can I do a morning walk? That is really what I try to do right now in the summer because it's hot. So I like to get that walk before it gets too hot. Can I sort of get up in between calls or whatever that might be for the day for you? Can I take walks after dinner? I also try to do that. And when I do an evening stroll, that is usually more of a stroll. It's much slower because I don't want to like be doing a workout and walking super fast before I have to go to bed. But if we have that time in our schedule and we're not doing something, me and my husband will typically go for a walk after dinner. And I want to pause right here to let you guys know about this incredible deal I have going right now. On my Healthy for Life membership, you can try it out totally free for 30 days till the end of this month. And inside this membership, you're going to have strength training programs, yoga workouts, so that your exercise can be planned out for you. You're not going to have to search on YouTube or figure out what you're going to have to do. It's all inside the membership, and I have different workout programs that you can follow depending on what you would like to do. And also a new bonus that I've added to the membership is that you can get access to my self-coaching system, which is all the mindset and emotional work. And you can get access to my nutrition course, Healthy Inside and Out. So this membership has everything you need, and you can try it out totally free for 30 days. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. That's only going to last till the end of the month. And you also have the option when you sign up to sign up where you'll get a 25-minute health coaching call with me each month. So this is great for that extra accountability and to sort of when you need the extra help or you don't know why you're stuck, to have someone to talk that out. So make sure you guys check the description down below to find out more about that. The next piece I want to move into when it comes to exercise is yoga. And I love yoga, and I typically do it 2 to 3 times a week for me. And then with a lot of my clients who are my private personal training clients, we will alternate strength training and yoga days. And when we do yoga, and the yoga that I teach, it's going to be more strength-based. So you're going to get the benefits of that strength building. You're going to be holding poses. You're going to be feeling your leg muscles burning or your arms burning. But it's also going to be balanced with breathing, deep breathing, sighing, working on our balance, building up that strength in our ankle and our core. And so not only are we getting that strength training benefit, but it also helps to calm and regulate our nervous system and learn how to connect and feel in our body. And so especially when I have gone through stressful seasons, I will actually do more yoga and less strength training because I know that that's what my body needs. My body needs to slow down, reconnect. I still want to do the yoga that really works my muscles, but I need to do it in a way where I can do that breath and meditative movements and really connect with my body and sort of reset my brain and reset my nervous system. So yoga can be really great for this, especially if you're someone just feeling more stress or feeling out of touch with your body or your emotions, or things keep just not going the way you need to. It's a great way to slow down, but still get exercise in. And when it comes to exercise, we also have to think about our mindset. We have to shift our mindset. Some people are in this like punishment, like I ate this, so I'm going to work out, or like I have to burn off so many calories, so I'm going to work out. So it comes off as a punishment instead of something that is like powerful and something that you enjoy. So a lot of us grew up thinking that workouts had to be painful. We had to punish ourselves. We sort of had that slogan, no pain, no gain. That is not true. You can definitely have gains without pain when it comes to exercise. So if we can reframe our mindset to movement is a way to care for my body. I don't have to burn off what I just ate. I may feel like if I ate too much, I want to walk around or something, but I'm not doing it as a punishment to myself. Exercise is that something is good for my body. Our bodies are meant to move. They're meant to stretch. They're meant to have muscle and to get stronger. So my movement and exercise is the way that I am taking care of my body. And I know maybe when I work out, I feel more energy and I just feel better. So that is why I'm working out. I'm not working out to punish myself. So if you have that punishment mindset when it comes to exercise, after this podcast, I want you to pause and maybe do some journaling about that. And how can you change your thought there? Because we can change our thoughts. So some of our thoughts feel super strong, but we have the power to change them and start thinking something else. It doesn't mean that we're not going to go back to that thought, maybe that thought of exercise as punishment. But if we go back to that thought, we can quickly come to a new thought that we have. That movement's a way to care for my body, whatever that might be. So we can't always choose that first thought that comes to mind, but we can choose that second or third thought. So we have to infuse a new thought in our brain. So we need to say this new thought to ourselves. And also when it comes up, we want to come to that new thought and not just keep saying that thought that isn't serving us. For example, that exercise is punishment. We don't want to keep telling ourselves that. That is not the truth. So we have to have that new thought ready to combat it. So I encourage you, as you're listening to this, you don't have to overhaul everything. This is like one of my top things I do in coaching calls is people typically have so much they want to do, and we need to narrow it down and see what is our starting point. We don't have to do it all at once. So maybe for you, is that going to be 1 or 2 strength workouts per week, even though you would ideally like to get to more than that? What's your starting point? Or is your starting point going for a short walk in the morning or after dinner every night? Or is your starting point doing 10 to 15 minutes of yoga most days of the week? Figure out what that starting point is for you. Remember, it's not, your starting point doesn't have to be your end goal or what you would really like to do. It's just that point where you're going to start, stay consistent, and it feels doable. So keep it simple. Those small wins and that consistency really help to build that momentum. And I encourage you that if you guys are feeling stuck or overwhelmed or know that you just have more going on and you have some more barriers, I encourage you to set up a free call with me, and we can just do a free health coaching call and figure out what's keeping you stuck and what those small steps might be. And there's no pressure on this call, just a chance to talk to me and get some clarity. So if that's you, make sure you check the description and set up a free call. All right, so to recap, we want to make sure that we are getting some strength training in every week, and it's going to be different than maybe what you did in your 20s, and that's okay. We want to make sure that we're making small, consistent steps forward and really not worrying about those extremes or what our end goal is, but finding that starting point. Remember, guys, you don't have to do this alone. If you need support, get some support. And don't forget to take advantage of my free 30-day trial inside my membership. And I encourage you that if you sign up for it, that you really commit, that you pick a program inside the membership, that you carve out 15 to 30 minutes a day, depending what you decide to do in there. And you do that, because if you can stay consistent, you're going to feel so good and you're going to see such a difference. and you're going to start getting closer and closer to those results that you want. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful. And remember, keep moving one step forward each day.